disclaimer that they always write when you park your vehicle.
That one is with regards to the content of your vehicle.
Or your vehicle itself, when somebody carries it away. Yeah, so it's good. It's good to know that they will be attending to the victims. But like you said, at a point we resolved not to talk about floods in Accra anymore. People remember on this platform. But just that we can't help it. When we see our neighbors in trouble,
and what scares me is that the meteorological agency have given indication that we should expect a lot of rain.
Okay.
So if this one, which is not massive by the way, I heard the winds were quite strong, and that's what probably might have resulted in what we saw at ANC Mall. But if we are to expect more rains, what then would happen to us? Because I heard Jowulu was so flooded and it caused massive vehicular traffic around that stretch.
That always happens. You remember a certain NADMO Director General called Kofi Potofi and a certain man called President John Ajay Kumpufo and his house and how the house was flagged as being in a waterway. And there were whispers that some demolition exercise was going to take place. Fence wall. Hey. So after Joro, yes, I'm sure they know that their problem will be there for a while. Just ask Tessano in front of the police station. That place will always flood. We know that, right? Yes. Now Sakumono joins, and since the Ramsar site was invaded, Sakumono decided to join. No problem. Where else? Usu has always been part of the Adabraka. Yes.
Even now the motorway has
joined.
Also, anytime it rains, that part also gets flooded.
People
We just hope that the expansion exercise will take care of that. Because if that is also done and the place still floods, then
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Accra we did. Or Ghana we did rather.
Ghana first, then we come to Accra.
Accra we did.
Because we had to join you here. So first of all, we're in Ghana and we decided to come and join you here. Landlady. Yes. We come from far.
All of you. Otiye Volta region.
Yeah, very far.
In fact, you are from one region and they decided to divide and give Otiye.
In fact, we don't recognize the division. We are together.
Is it not interesting that you are all from one region?
And then you accepted us here. And we are here.
Yet you are not grateful, Seth.
We are.
But have you seen that video of this young man who says that they want to conduct a census in Ghana, so all foreigners should go away. When they are done conducting the census,
they will come back. Sadly.
It was trending on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure you would have understood because he spoke Ghana.
He spoke Ghana? I wouldn't have understood. And you see, they would have counted me as a Ghana.
Yes.
That would be very unfortunate. But I can't speak the language. That's the point.
Who will count you as a Ghana?
Oh, no. You say all foreigners must leave, right?
I said they will catch you.
No, we have some many gang crabo, just as we have a certain crabo.
Yes.
So I just passed for one. Gang crabo.
Oui.
But why has Harold been made a new government or something?
Which
He's the one.
Hey, wait.
Herodi. Okay, in the Bible.
Oh.
Yeah. Your man went to the Pentecost fire. He went to the car fast.
We moved like from 0 to 100. Right now, Assemblies of God and Pentecost are competing.
Yes.
Please. We can't compete.
Yesterday the king was not here.
We can't buy 27 houses.
Yes.
Within 4 years.
That's
It's okay.
Please, what is your motto again?
One location.
It's okay.
What's the motto
No,
of
but
Assemblies of
investing
God?
in real estate is one of the
lucrative
good things to do.
Nobody has said
No,
that.
what-
So when someone decides to invest in real estate, it's something that you should
No,
not
but
make
there's
too
a
much fuss
simple
about.
question. What
So,
is the motto of Assemblies of God?
We have a car, we don't have photo.
That they won't be how many press before?
They have something they say, Gaga, watch out. So it means you need to watch out.
Yes,
Gagai.
That is for the youth.
Hey,
That's the youth.
But she thought I was lying. What's the meaning of the Gagai?
It's for the youth.
No, I'm surprised. You guys thought I was lying.
No, we first that sounded like Boys Brigade. Right, so I'm not
Konye.
That's a
Boys Brigade.
Gagai.
Watch out. Then you need to look look out for where you can make money.
No.
Watch out.
No. Okay, no. It could only be rapture, right? So
Everything.
watch out.
Like, just be on the lookout.
Yeah.
But
They might leave you behind.
Just be smart. Like
And seize
the
opportunities.
gentleman said.
And seize opportunities. Like, have you had like a general meeting or something?
You know what's worse about all of this?
Yeah.
The guy is in the superintendent's church.
Yeah. People are talking.
Oh, but it's well. It's well. I mean,
Gentlemen, I think we have to.
yes, religion is not something we should talk about.
No. That's what
That's not what I'm talking about. You hold on.
Please.
I would come back to you.
Yeah.
meet them.
We said audio notes.
There's no need.
Yeah, they can leave their number.
Why are you why are you in the hurry to say that there is no
No,
need?
because I think that people are waiting for the papers.
They are waiting for
They want to see what
I said.
But did they hear us when we mentioned Assembly of God?
Gagae.
Gaga.
Watch out.
Watch out. If you don't go to
Watch
heaven,
out.
don't blame
Don't
Jesus.
blame Jesus. Then it makes sense now.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Gagae.
watch out for the sins and avoid them, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do the right things.
If you don't go,
At the right
As a
time.
young person,
Yeah.
you need to be watchful.
Yes.
And
And
the Bible says watch and pray.
But
Exactly.
why young people? You need
No,
to
but
be
it's for
watchful
the youth.
throughout.
It's for
You
the
start
youth.
from the beginning.
Exactly.
So once
Let's
you
start
see-
from Sunday school.
no, if you are old and you watch and you see opportunities, how can you seize them? You
So
see?
start from
So
like,
now, can
Sunday
I start with the
school.
Ghanaian publisher?
no. I mean, it's very important that we all seize opportunities.
Definitely.
You know, and it's good. It's good that at Assemblies of God they teach you to catch them young.
Yeah.
No, because
Very.
you know,
And they
Assemblies
shall
of
be
God,
yours
We borrowed our,
you know,
our
Assemblies of God is anchored on the word.
Yes.
That's basic.
Oh,
Okay,
why?
you know,
In
Dale.
the beginning was the
They're
way.
taking our vision from us as a possessing the nation, and they are doing their own thing with it.
They are also possessing something. At least somebody must possess something.
No,
Yeah. But I asked, have you had like dinner meeting or something?
Why?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you know, interestingly, I think the end of this month, I think from 31st of March, the Greater Accra East, all the pastors will be convening at Shy Hills,
Oh, wow.
our retreat center there. It will be a very powerful time for.
Are we all invited?
Inflections and reflections and the
And
introspection.
usually, I think last year I was there, and so we had a big wine. Can talk to the pastors about security.
Okay.
and check
Yes, the Bible and security. I saw the flyer.
Exactly. So basically, how you can ensure that pastors are able to put in place the right mechanisms to ensure that churches are secure, and it follows the stabbing to death of our pastor in community 4 in Tema. You know, his nephew walked into his office and just stabbed him.
I remember that.
And killed him. So now we are being more cautious. So almost all the churches now have CCTV cameras installed and all of that.
Very
So,
important.
It's interesting where the meeting is taking place. That's Shai Osudoku.
No, Shy Hills.
Osudoku. Osudoku is where?
It's Osudoku. But Shy Hills. is
Shai
just-
Hills.
Shy Hills.
Okay.
Just after Michelle comes.
Yes, our retreat center is just opposite the Shy Hills.
Oh, okay.
So you see the
No,
monkeys
I'm sure he's talking about the constituency as a whole,
Yeah.
right? I think that the Shy Hills fall under Shy Osudoku.
Osudoku, yeah.
So he's not wrong. Ah,
Yeah, I know you was not up to no good. So I don't really know why you were wondering.
Come back stronger and defeat you in 2028. This government has reneged on its duty to the people of Ghana. A bona fide of a government is to create jobs, is to ensure good governance. And this NDC government has failed in that responsibility.
Gentlemen, good morning once again. I hope you're all well.
Okay.
Testing. Right now, they have to do test mic 1 2 1.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
were.
Why 1 2 1 2? It could have been 3 4 3 4.
The sound
No, but
people,
there's-
A, B, C,
when you say
D.
1, there's a decibel.
Yes.
That's USB.
So you have to check for the two tests. So they say
In the mix.
two. Try two.
Yeah, try
Two.
two.
Yeah, because you need to check for the
Two.
One.
And it is calculated. They say two.
Try two.
Like 3 times.
Yeah.
They don't just say two.
Yeah.
Two and say
Yes.
try two.
You monitor the
There's a
wave.
method.
Yes.
There's a method to it.
Two.
Yeah. You monitor the wave.
Every day I get a good reason to give up on the team, like every single day.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's what this whole conversation and this whole setup is about.
Yes.
There's something that gets you to always come back and then listen to them. Yeah, but many people are suffering this morning.
Yes.
Jeff talks about the fact that at his end, some trees fell,
Yeah.
and as a result, they are in darkness.
Oh dear.
Yes, even in cantonments.
This is a proper definition of
There were some-
localized.
yeah,
for
yeah, there were
we
some
just hope
trees
that ECG
that
will-
fell,
will
and yeah.
attend to them.
Yeah.
But we need the rain too, so.
Oh yeah. We did
Yeah.
it.
So you woke
As-
up feeling like natural air conditioner.
Oh no, I mean yeah.
Yeah.
It was so
But-
cool in that.
You know, when you are inside, well, it depends also where you live.
Exactly. Whether you live in a thatch house or you live in
Because look, the rain was heavy.
very.
The thunder was
Yeah.
it was scary
Yeah.
at a certain point, and I mean, I just figure it's just heavy rain. That's it. It will pass like every other one. Only for me to see the havoc it had left.
It
was really bad.
My
Yeah.
area, I mean, it wasn't that heavy.
My sister was telling me that on their way home, they saw many billboards that had fallen.
Yeah.
That is
you know,
that is one of the
one of
things
the
that
major
I
problems
always
is-
worry about
Yes.
when I'm traveling. What if something happens and this
Yeah.
billboard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you've noticed that in some of our major intersections and stuff,
They're
there are
big. That's why you
huge
have the
billboards
huge one.
there.
And now they add the
median
digital
one.
one. And that
Yes.
thing gets you so angry. Sometimes it's in your face. You
Yes.
can't really see well.
Yeah.
And nobody cares.
No.
You were driving around Dankwa.
Yes.
That one, there's one huge one there, and at night it has a way of like being in your face.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're not careful, it will obstruct you.
And you know, we do a lot of things without proper regulation.
Yeah.
There are people who very relaxed.
They react to lights.
React to these flashes,
Yeah.
and we splash them all over
Yeah.
without factoring in what it could cause to other people. And there's nobody checking whether it is meeting any standard or otherwise. It's free for all until there is a major disaster. They will say, it was not even supposed to be there in the first place.
When around 2018, when a certain billboard collapsed on a gentleman.
Yes.
He died eventually.
Eventually
died. I mean, there was a whole conversation, 1 week, 2 weeks,
Yeah.
about the structural integrity of these billboards, advertising
the
association.
city
Everybody was
authorities
commenting. We are back.
And
Here
talking
we are.
about reacting to lights, you see, other people take it seriously. I'm sure many people might have seen a video of Kanye West and then Rihanna. Turn on the lights. Before the video shows, it warns you
Yes.
that if you react to light, do not watch it.
Yeah.
Even a music video.
Yeah. There's so many, even video games. There are games that they
Yes.
caution that if you have certain medical conditions,
Yeah.
they
As a
advise
people,
that you don't play or don't play them on a large screen or like they're always that.
yeah,
warning.
there's always that caution. But as a people, I don't think that we are not inclusive enough.
Nah.
Or we are not inclusive at all.
At all,
We once we feel that what we are doing it's a majority of the people can handle it. They assume that
We
that's
assume
what it
everybody
is.
is like
Yes.
Yeah.
So when we are doing things, we do it from our own
Our
perspective.
perspective.
We don't-
Until the others start crying.
Yes.
And then we decide to engage in tokenism. The Greater Accra Regional Minister says 70% of the street lights are equally up. No problem. You're listening to us from the region. So let us know.
Let us know.
I can bear testimony to, I think, in front of the Jubilee House all the way.
The lights are
yes,
on.
the lights are on. The last time I used that place in the evening, the lights were on. Right. So she says 70%. We just have to encourage her to do the 100%, right? Motorway. It's up,
Oh,
right?
no. Motorway, we can't have street lights.
Ah,
now
okay.
because of the
They've
expansion.
been removed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've
for the
been removed,
expansion
so
works.
for now.
Yeah.
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 And wait, did you talk about the motorway?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we're talking
She
about.
said for those ones.
They
And then I
cannot
think
be- maybe that might be the 30%.
And so I haven't stayed out late for a bit. So what I would have used for my marking would have been the Circle Dubai.
Okay.
Yes. So I remember when it was newly inaugurated, it was beautifully lit, like how the Obechebi is well lit.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't used it in the evening for a while. But those of you who use it, who have used it recently, please let me know if those lights are on at the moment.
Yeah.
If they are, I mean, then I would believe that 70% has been made. But I like the way she's blowing her own trumpets because Charlie,
is Pokwasi part of Accra?
is the light? Are the lights on?
Is it part of the 30% or the 70%?
No. So Pukasi is part of the Greater Accra region.
Yes.
She's the Greater Accra regional minister.
Yes.
If so the lights are not on in Pukasi, then that should be part of the 30%. So let's draw her
what's the
attention.
metrics
She's
she's
doing her own calculation.
No, because it confuses me because I live in Ashalaja.
Your lights are not on?
But do you have light poles?
We do.
Okay.
You can see the lights, but they are not on.
Okay.
When you were coming this morning, they were not on it.
Oh.
Sorry.
If you have a situation where your car, the lights are not good, you see. If you speak to some people here, they'll tell you how it is.
That's true. But with that Enclave,
It's Greater Accra.
Yeah, no, I'm coming.
No,
he knows where I'm. He knows where I'm driving.
So why
you could very easily be in Kasua.
No, but his side is almost in the stage. Look,
that's almost
extend your hand to me. Extend your hand to me. I really want to tell you something.
Yeah. So like, she can tell where you live from your hand.
Look, Joshua says, I'm not going to tease you. Extend your hand to me.
I know I'm doing very well.
Please extend your hand.
He's from that far, but he hasn't engaged in farming before.
Over the weekend,
you went there.
I went to Kukrentumi.
Okay.
And we used the Amasaman.
Okay.
Kuntumsi stretch. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, the road
is
right.
Well, they're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
but
is that the pass you use when you're coming?
That's where Access University is, right?
I don't know if it is, but they say it's...
that's Brekusu.
No, they said it is Amasaman.
Okay.
You don't pass Amasaman.
No, I use Amasaman.
Yeah, so I'm sure it's that place.
It gets terrible after Amasaman.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's a huge construction ongoing. I don't know whether it's going to be a fall lane. They said, I think that's a dualization they're talking about. Brother, it is terrible.
That's what Asansobuachi was talking about.
It's bad.
Yeah.
That's what
I now understand why the people have been lamenting. You know, sometimes, my Odoko side of town. You don't come to Odoko. I don't go to your end. Ablekuma, I don't come there. You are barely at my end. Ashaiman,
why would I go to Ablekuma without coming to your end? I use your end to Ablekuma.
My friend, go and sit down. So, look, I was so the last time I remember using the Kuntunse stretch, it wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
And at that time, it wasn't as populated as now.
Yeah.
I think it was a long time ago when we completed uni thereabout, or were in uni or something. One of those, because one of my colleagues had gotten married and that's where they were staying.
Oh wow! At that time.
Yes. Whatever.
I hope we wish her well.
They are doing fantastic, growing strong. Almost 10 years together.
Yeah.
And
when you live there, you can only grow strong.
You're not serious. Is that what is influencing the longevity of your marriage, Ablekuma? South London.
We are project on government of Ghana funding.
So we don't have any support at all. As when money comes. No, I think that
by the time we are continuing, then this place is also damaged.
No, I think that
road, we are going to keep fixing it for a very long time.
We have to petition the Roads and Highways Minister.
The immediate past roads minister has done that already in Parliament yesterday.
When was there? Couldn't do it.
So they are aware. This one,
it's just like the vice president also appealing that they should complete the second phase of KDT. You were there 8 years. Sometimes they just go and lend themselves for people to just slap them on social media.
Them 200,000 Ghana cedis.
You see the thing. Just say our leaders cry. No.
I know, but the Ashanti Kokosi, they want project in the region completed. These are people who were
there for 8 years. Look, but sincerely, something has to be done about that road. I really, hats out to all the people who live there. Yes,
10% of Ghana's population uses that stretch. Either they live there or they are using it to the northern part of the country.
It's really bad.
That's 1/3 of the population. Yesterday, like I said, that's what Asansobuachi was at. And I said, okay, that's beautiful. Because I remember we going to his constituency for Voters Connect, right? And so I asked him that direct question. Because it had become a nuisance.
Yes.
Buses were breaking down.
Yeah.
Like,
why wouldn't they?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
right? And I said, okay, how about we pause everything and just attend to... Nothing was done. 7 people died on that street. People usually don't die on that road. Like, how are you going to die on that road? Like what? People died.
It's very unacceptable. Look, if there is a way we can channel our resources to just sort that dualization out and know that we are done with it, the better for us.
And the benefits we will reap from getting that road fixed. You will be shocked.
Enormous.
Because you see,
they don't have
all the
everything,
tracks,
but the truth is they don't have the money.
Burkina and all those places. That is the
No, wait. What about the rail lines we've been promised continuously? Sorry.
See, the one, yeah.
No, the rail and the road. Which one will be more expensive?
The
Real.
No,
because
expensive.
of
Just
road
that in terms of
investments
durability, that is
We
going
don't
to
even
last
have
you
coaches now.
longer.
Yeah.
No, the point
don't
is that
have trains.
you invest
Charlie,
more in
you
rail,
guys-
but to last you or serve you longer than
No,
elsewhere.
Because I'm thinking it is going to be more effective with a rail rather. Even
I
look,
agree. For cargo movement and everything, I agree. That will
It's one of the reasons our roads don't even last. Look at
Exactly.
the heavy
There's so much
vehicles.
pressure.
because you put you look at the Tema motorway for instance.
Yeah.
When you are going to Tema, the stretch is smooth. When you are coming from Tema to Accra, the stretch is terrible because when they are returning with a lot of goods.
Yes. So imagine that we had rail.
That
will
yes
feel-
would cater for that.
Yes, and then to a point where the vehicles can then go for them. See, our problem is lack of planning.
Yeah, and prioritization.
Exactly.
We do not prioritize. We just
We are doing
spread.
everything,
Yes.
So
Agenda
so
one.
on, so on, yeah. The
Because
impact is very minimal.
For as long as I became conscious, I remember hearing from one budget to the other
That
for extension of the rail line to Paga. Paga.
at a point, all I was hearing was
Connecting
Dodo
the north
Pepper
to
Soup,
the
Dodo Pepper Soup.
Uh-huh.
That road hasn't been completed.
And that road
That's the
is the Eastern Corridor Road.
Dodo Pepper Soup.
Abuja, the roads minister was there recently. He's asked the Chinese contractors who abandoned sites in 2017 to return. So we had done the road to a point, and that's one thing about Ghana, right?
And we stopped. Now it will
said
eat
we're
away, we'll go back.
investigating. So like everything that had been done that had to deteriorate. So we'll go and start again, right? It's not like we won't pay for what has deteriorated though, because the job was done. Certificates were raised, so we have to pay. So guess how much we owe? 21 billion Ghana cedis. Debt.
For road.
Debt, road. Commitment, 100 billion.
Because every time it went up, every time the interest went up, right?
Great. And now, guess how much allocation has been done? A little over 3.5 billion to the road. If we decide to use all that to pay our arrears, the debt amount is 21 billion. The minister will just go and sit in the office and then will be smiling and then go back home and there's nothing to be done. But you see, that's why they will keep pushing the debts. They will keep pushing it's more like a can, right? A small boy playing on a hill. And so he has the tunturuwa that he will kick. The tunturuwa will
What's Tunturuwa?
Empty
kunku. He will kick it and then
Imagine us explaining to a foreigner and saying,
Oh, you people are guys. But you ever know this song? I don't know whether it's a rhyme or but we, the ladies, we used to play Konko Seniwa, Konko, Ababewa Fe, Niku, Tan, Ovo, Ninquai, she, Konko Seniwa.
I think we were tempted to join, but sometimes when we were playing with the girls, there was like your colleagues would deal with you in a certain way.
Well, do you even have time to consider that? Because we were playing football, we were doing the stay and all those things.
Okay, so we had colleagues who were playing Ampe, but yeah, they were playing Ampe.
I mean, once
we didn't know. Little did we know that.
No, once in a while we would invite the gentlemen to join us to play. So.
Mate, it's Pele that I've played before. You know Pele, right?
Yes, I know. So, Kwame Daso Champo, good morning. Why? How are you? I miss you, Papa. Come and visit.
Why I sent you a message?
Come and visit us one of these days.
No, come and join us. That's the show.
Hey, please.
Kwame.
A businessman like Kwame these days, he does not do anything.
No, I'm coming. We are out. We say a businessman like that. Kojo Mensa is a businessman.
You are an on-air personality.
Are you coming to start the 1D1F here? Now the guy has businesses all over. You want him to come here?
Ah.
How is shouting?
I'm not shouting.
Kwame said lack of inclusivity is a symptom of underdevelopment and part of the problems of the third world environment. Yes, clearly, and that we are definitely over there.
I'm bringing Kwame back next week. You hear from Kwame.
Oshé. So okay. With regard to the lights, somebody from Facebook, Edward Adokwe, he says that Mills High Street lights are on at night. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
people's lights
in fact,
are.
there's evidence. To
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
certainly.
minister is saying, to be honest.
But just that we can't,
The
as a
metrics for
fact, say
measurement.
exactly that.
So if, for instance, at the beginning, and when she said the 70%, we demanded. I mean, perhaps if we had asked, we would get it. We had asked that, okay, which are the landmarks or critical places you're looking at? It says X, Y, Z, D. Then we know that, okay, at the end of the 70, at the end of the 50 days, let's see how many of these ones you have listed you have been able to
But it's
achieve.
exciting that she's found money to do this. Meaning it could have been done.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what?
Because as it says now, no, the 2025 budget has not been approved.
But the thing is that
She's doing it in partnership.
for me, I am.
It is fine.
That's the point.
I am highly impressed, and I think that she's proving her worth, especially because of how her vetting went without any word, and the subsequent claims made that people came to see the other side, not to question her because she was afraid, she was tensed. They didn't think she could be able to. They didn't think she could express herself. They didn't think she was assertive, if I can call it, if I can say that. So
Anyway,
I
when you mentioned that you had experienced the Nsawam Stretch for the
Yes.
first time, I don't know why I missed this. Right? Anyway, Kwame has. I'm sure you've seen it.
what do you say?
You don't live Accra.
You
You are always at the center.
Oh,
No, but everything
she's
is here.
been a while.
E- everything.
That's her first time in her life.
Went to Kumasi.
And
for
she
some
gave that
funeral.
the whole week.
The whole week we were
The
talking
whole week,
about
we're talking
how
about how-
brown
yeah.
our roofing sheets are.
and
How
then
brown.
I'm saying, she saw a 3-year-old.
because you guys shout a lot.
She died, she
Yeah.
found her own goal.
Yes.
They started refining
Yes,
it.
yes,
And
yes,
since
yes.
I alone saw
Yeah.
Yes,
from Accra to Kumasi,
we that were born there, we never
No. When I was, you have not seen anything yet. You know, look, I've been going to Kumasi, but when I was going, I was young. My father was transferred to Kumasi for a bit, so I would go there for holidays sometime. Pardon? Bokrom.
It's because the sea is nowhere closer. Accra, you are discouraged from using such roofing sheets because the sea is very close. And
Bro.
corrosion will set.
Spare me the corrosion.
Right. Oh, I'm telling you. And what you saw were family houses.
Hey.
Oh yeah. No, what we saw were family houses. Usually when.
But why is your
when
face
there's-
straight?
When there's funeral.
I'm listening.
When there's funeral.
The end of the story.
Yeah, when there's funeral, one person can decide to say that, okay, let's break everything down and rebuild. But when you go to the Strapatre estate, the Bookroom estate and what have you, that's the modern Kumasi.
Okay. So I should go to that side then.
Yeah, Benyame and what have you.
I went to.
The debriefing exercise will take 2 weeks.
Where I went to, where was it? I forgot. Antwa. And then we passed through Jabin.
Yeah.
And
You went to the villages?
this guy is constituent, the one who has passed away.
I just so. Yeah,
So
I
I
just like
think you get through Ejusu
Yeah,
before you get to.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So that's basically it. Yeah.
So where I went, so.
Yes, it's
But the airport roundabout is not the center of town, like the way our airport is.
Airport roundabout is the center of town.
But the road around it is not good.
The road, I think the last time I went there, not too long ago.
Yeah.
I
Yes. No. Greater was carved out of Eastern.
So if somebody is in Eastern, the person can also just say that I've been to Accra.
No, we're talking about the 10 administrative regions. When you
No.
became alive.
Madam, you are using the 10 as
But
as
the
the
thing-
the person may say I'm also using
But
the
so you guys were making it look like I've not gone anywhere as such.
Yeah, that's-
See, I've gone to 6 out of the 10 administrative regions. Ashanti.
Everybody
Ashanti-
has been to all the regions.
Don't
Oh,
count
how?
Accra. Don't count.
Have you
Accra.
been to the northern region before?
I've done Upper East, Upper West. North,
Have you been to the northern region
Simple
before? Simple
question.
question.
Everywhere.
Simple
I've gone
question.
everywhere.
Yo, we hear you. Carry it.
I've gone everywhere.
Where have you been?
Stayed everywhere.
Hello, at the point I was reporting for the
No,
presidency.
it's left with northern
And
region.
so-
I was reporting for the presidency, and there's nobody who reports for the presidency
And so-
who doesn't cover
You
everywhere.
know somebody.
That's a good one.
Wow. Gentlemen, let's find out what the papers are reporting.
Yeah, let's find out.
There are no stray bullets.
Charlie.
It's okay. God is watching all of you. We'll start off with the. Hey, dear God. Oh.
Hey, God, come on.
Daily Graphic newspaper. Today's front page. Education access increases steadily. Quality trends fluctuate. That's according to the GSS report. And the GSS is talking about gender parity being achieved in, I think, in senior high schools, and that now the women are more than the men.
Yeah.
And I was saying, yes, I'm excited, but how is that parity if the women are more than the men?
Yeah, it means that the advocacy has worked.
Yes, and now the men are the victims.
No, naturally women are more than the men by way of population. So if you have the greater number of the population, without talking about the burden that has now been sent to Sofia Kufu.
Yes, the chief justice,
the former chief justice, now having to be part of a team that will determine the fate of
the current
chief justice, right? And already people have made up their minds on social media
that
the way it is, it's like the woman is a goner. I think that will not be fair to the process.
Yes.
The process, the provisions in the Constitution, is that the proper conveyor belt. You see, you talk about the EC one, and the president said he was the conveyor belt. Many people disagreed. If there is something that you can use proper conveyor belt for this one, it doesn't give discretion to the president. Once the petition comes, there are processes that you need to trigger. So going to the Council of State is one, after which, then based on the advice from the Council of State, a committee will be put together.
Which may include even suspending. I mean, the other.
Once the committee is put together, the president is allowed to suspend the chief justice, and then appoint a caretaker chief justice, and then the process is seen through, and then that's it. We have this result.
Have you been here before?
No.
CJ, no. I think there have been attempts in the past.
Yeah,
he has not succeeded.
President Akufo-Addo, just before he left office, shut
dismissed it. Yes.
I'm sure there are. In fact, the president says 3 of them.
Yes.
I think I know the 2. I know 2.
Stephen, Professor Azar.
I'm sure he just dusted it and sent it back.
Sent it back.
Oliver and his people. I'm sure they also just dusted this and sent it back. And there was one that was floating some time back. Yeah.
So, well, we just wait patiently to see how it will go eventually. So I'm done with the daily graphic newspaper. It's your turn.
What else do you have?
Ghanaian Times.
Ghanaian Times.
All right, let me bring you the daily guide. Edubuahin and wife apply for bail. Also political persecution. You can arrest us, but we will remain resolute. Afenyo Market and Memo vendors killers caged. Momo vendors.
Momo vendors. I think we should spend some time and talk about this. See, the videos I've seen are heart-wrenching, especially in Boulder.
Hey.
You know, there is circulation of a lot of arms in the enclave because of the trouble in Boko and what have you. The brazenness with which they attack the Momo vendors. Welding AK-47.
Charlie.
I like the way the young ladies behaved. Immediately they entered, they just surrendered everything to them.
The Kumasi one, they killed the guy.
They killed the guy, and they've been arrested.
Yes.
Kudos to the police for that.
The guy was on his way back after.
Yes.
No, he was in the store.
Yeah, he was in the store.
Oh, okay, so okay.
No, there are about
It's very
3,
unfortunate.
4 of them.
This, and you see the thing, that the fear with this thing is that, listen, this Momo vending, the vending, it's a source of employment for some people.
Many people.
If the attacks become so much and we decide to automate it, that's job lost there.
Yeah.
And so we must find a way to provide some form of security.
Beyond the job losses, now a lot of people embrace the use of this mobile money.
Yeah.
How easy
The convenience, yes.
You get it. So once you have little vendors around, what it means is that you won't have the ease to withdraw money. People will start not using mobile money as they used to in the past.
And you see the convenience it comes with, that you have, there's a wallet you can put money on, because most of the banks close at 4, right?
Yeah.
And so after 4, maybe you have some urgent money to withdraw. The banks are closed. You can just move from your bank account to your wallet.
Yes.
Get to a vendor near you and withdraw it, and you have your cash.
After 6
Yes, most of them close.
And now these attacks are even happening during the day.
During the day, there has to be a way of giving them some form of protection.
And that's the challenge. There are many.
Yes, that's the thing.
Man-to-man protection
A
is
bad thing.
practically impossible. And they move a lot of money. See, you can see an obscure one.
Yes.
The money they move, because now the money is in the wallet. Many people, the monies are not in their bank accounts anymore. They are all in the wallet. And it's safe. So something ought to be
for
done
example,
about
the other those who are engaged in remittances, the Western Union and co, they have standards. So, for example, you can't do it in a kiosk. You need they need a specific structure that should be in a specific state with certain security things fixed. But I think mobile money, it will be difficult for the MNOs to, unless it becomes a very big deal that we decide. And once we do that, then these people have to walk or cover a certain distance to go and it's the same banking thing that
they don't even they don't play in the vending business. The MNOs don't. If you go there, they will tell you that no, we don't receive cash here, we don't pay cash here. And so it's left to the vendors. Now here's the thing. They have tried. They've installed CCTV. And that's expensive.
How many of them?
Oh no, many. That's how come we are seeing these gentlemen doing what they are doing. But it's expensive. That's equally very expensive. And in spite of that, these guys are attacking them.
It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate.
Now when you go to a vending site, you can't even see whoever you are interacting with.
Most of them, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, Ghanaian Times this morning.
That's the thing. It's money. It's just like the Galamsey Mendes. So long as people know there is money in this place, they will do whatever it
and
takes
they are
to get
easy
the money
targets.
from
I mean,
them.
people with AK-47 have no business. Of course, crime is not allowed, but you have no business attacking a movement.
Yes.
But now because they are easy targets.
Because they know the money they move.
At least they know money will be there. The guarantee is that it's there. That no matter what, there will be money there.
All right, Ghanaian Times, National Education Statistics Report, quality education fluctuates, though access to school increases in past 2 decades. Minister orders probe into 1.5 billion Ghana cedis ECG value containers disappearance. That's also another
issue.
Mind-boggling expose. So until the report was presented yesterday, the conversation had been, from the minister, had been that some containers of ECG stocked with meters there was no need for their importation. They had been imported anyway, and they are rotting away at the port, right? And so that was the conversation until he put together a committee to then properly investigate. And we are now being told that as many as 1,300 of such containers have disappeared.
Containers or the meters?
Containers.
Me, initially I thought meters.
No.
Container.
Containing
1, 2, 3, all the way to
I'm sure
1,000.
it's 40 feet. No 40 feet container. Disappeared. I'm sure the word disappeared is being used here at
But they can't see it
Unaccounted for.
It's
unaccounted for. And the thing is that, you see, every day you go to ECG, they tell you there's no meter.
Exactly.
So,
who knows whether these are not the meters that have been running like Usain Bolt? That's
40.
Your meter is 40.
How come you do that on behalf of the
I
state?
charge electronically. If it's 40, it won't respond. I recharge my meter electronically.
There's something wrong.
And they have been there. What something is wrong, say? How do you know that I'm not under this thing? What's the name? They know they have something.
You are not under.
You are under.
I'm under the.
Gentlemen, you have 3 children. He has 3 children. Plus,
and the children when they wake up, I
yes. If you are ironing,
I charge them for life.
You are ironing 3 sets of uniforms. Your wife is there.
About 300 a month. And that's realistic.
It's good we are talking about electricity consumption. There's something that has been bothering me. It may not be a big deal, but what is this obsession with TV panels and the blue lights and the red lights? Is it energy? I think, look, Energy Commission needs to intensify the safe energy campaign again.
Why?
How do you know that?
Wasting power.
How do you know that it's not?
We are wasting power. You see, we need to start treating power as an essential commodity. That the fact that you can that has always been a principle.
Yes.
The fact that you can afford
doesn't
mean you should waste it.
Yes.
Because this is something that a lot of people are not getting access to because a few are using. You get it. So the whole point about this panel, and now they don't just do it for the TV area. Look at the roof. So every place shine. One person, one room, one TV. You turn on like 5 lights. You alone know. No, Energy Commission needs to address this. I think we are wasting power.
But some of them.
You are watching TV. The TV has lights. In fact, TV can watch it in the dark.
But some of those lights, they don't actually use electricity. They use batteries, and they place them at the top.
Oh my goodness!
No problem. On that note, let's give some heartbreak to some senior police officers. They've been transferred. So here is the list. So the following senior police officers posting takes immediate effect. So DCOP Martin Kweku Ayi, Commandant Police Academy, to DG
research and planning. So he's moving
that's
from
promotion.
that's
So
promotion.
we're accounting. So,
this
So he's replacing Tiwa.
exactly.
Yeah.
DCOP Frederick AJ, Director General, PID, and now to 2IC GPCSC Winneba. He's been sent to Winneba. Simply put.
So that one.
Ghana Police.
From the headquarters to
Ghana
Winneba.
Police.
But
What?
it's still now.
How do we categorize it? Is it promotion or is this
Promotion.
If you look at the location, so it's like real estate. Location.
Science.
Oh, that's science. I didn't Winneba. Anyway, so
we have a whole press conference about you.
this EOP, oh no, like that's no reference to him. But the point I'm making is that Winneba is not Accra.
Yeah, the clarification is important.
Good. Now, this EOP Benjamin Adai, Director General,
So
LMP to Education.
LMP is what?
LMP is.
Please, can you add the full names of the abbreviations for us? Thank you.
I said this EOP Benjamin Adai.
Not you.
Director General. Okay.
The sender of the list.
Director General, LMP to Education Directorate. So still at the headquarters.
Draw.
This EOP Cosmos Enyan, Regional Commander, Western North Region, to Director ICT.
Promotion.
That's promotion. Yeah, that's promotion. George Ankuma, DCOP George Ankuma, Regional Commander, Ashanti Region, to IC, and that's CMTTU. That will be Ashanti Region. So, same Ashanti Region. Yeah, that's draw. Yeah, same. DCOP Gustav Janssen. Yeah, I know him. That's 2IC, Police Academy.
Second
Commandant, Police Academy.
Promotion.
So the family can be clapping now. The family can be clapping now. Obed Jukunu, Service Workshop, to 2IC, Ashanti Region.
Nice one.
That's also an upgrade, right?
Yeah, that from Service Workshop.
So
Service Workshop is same Ashanti Region, so that's upgrade.
Yes.
That's upgrade, yeah.
So now upgrade is 4.
Yeah.
So 4 to
And Dr. Phyllis Osei, Counseling Unit, National Headquarters to 2IC, Eastern Region, right? That's ESR, Eastern Service, something. Yeah, so that's it. So,
that's why I said it.
And it's
I
the
don't know where to categorize
Dr.
it, so-
Dr. Phyllis Osei, from the Counseling Unit at the National Headquarters to 2IC, Eastern Region. ACP Ayamga Yakubu, Akolugo.
All the council unit people have been moved to Eastern.
Yeah. LMP, National Headquarters to 2IC, Western Region.
Okay. How long is the list?
Okay, let me just rush through. ACP Dr. Wisdom Dinyam Zuroki, and that is 2IC, Upper West Region, to Director Procurement Headquarters. That's promotion. Yeah. And then.
Is it from Upper East?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, I suffered.
Kobet up in New, that's not from National Headquarters to 2IC, Western Region.
What did you mention?
Opinion.
Yeah. Northern Region. There's Wisdom Dinam. Also 2IC, Upper West Region to Director of Procurement Headquarters. And there's Jonathan Lamte, 2IC Madina Division.
The ones at the top.
Yeah. And so basically that's it. Martin Apia.
Let's share it on our handle.
Martin Udru Apia, from Northern Region to Northeast Region to Director of the Foreign Police Unit Headquarters. That's
FPU.
Okay,
so there's a message for you. It says that your meter is part of the rural electrification project.
Thank you.
You should enjoy it.
Thank you. Mbano.
So Mbano saying. Mbano is God forbid.
How can I be enjoying for rural electrification?
Yes, that's why. That's why you are not concerned.
You moved to Ablekuma early.
Yeah,
so that was.
In fact, when Tola and Kwakuninja.
Yeah, that's how you were decided to buy water.
Yes. I was there.
So they haven't replaced your meter for you.
They've been there.
They didn't replace it.
No, they replaced it. When they come, they leave something behind. That small thing, that ECG. Yeah, they've done all that. We people, but do you live with me? Do you know the gadgets I use?
Senior man,
You have a television. You were selling coffee maker and everything.
Is the one with the least consumption.
So you have televisions.
Yeah, I do.
You have refrigerators.
Yes.
I have just one.
You have fans.
Yeah, I do.
And he has stores.
I have stores.
You turn on
Do I store like
that?
Do I store like
there are 100 cities there.
I'm saying
the
stores. I'm not saying storage room.
Yeah.
It's not a storage room. Store that you sell things.
So you that you are concerned because you are concerned about people using LED lights.
I want to too. So when I go to the energy commission,
We'll report him because we want to be citizens.
But his is under investigation.
Not
LED there, like anyway.
It's too much. Please finish the papers. Why?
Okay, so I think I was done with Ghanaian Times, right?
Okay, Alasa.
Okay, so
Kusini.
let me quickly do the Ghanaian publisher this morning says persecution won't break our spirit. Apenyo Markin tells Mahama. There's also Attorney General Andafa over public trial of Edubuahin.
How is it a public trial?
Please, that's what is reported here. But his surname, is it the one that ends with the E or not?
They say there's no E.
Because I've seen people.
But you were a
I've
church
seen
member.
Buahin.
How are you spelling it?
Charlie Baumia donates 200
How was it spelled on the flyer?
and 1,000 bags of cement to Edumfa victims. Some George sacks 100 Ghana Post workers.
There's more in the offering.
Yeah.
Because
He said
over
there were
1,000
some
of them.
irregularities, but Bice says it's not
Yeah.
true.
Also,
Obo says it's not true.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
so that's how that's what's captured on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher.
Emmanuel.
this morning.
So ESR is Eastern South Region. Headquarters is in Chebi.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the police.
Who's in
The land of
Uh,
the land of milk and honey.
yeah, headquarters in Chebi.
Yeah. But
Nice one.
I want to go to
Who's in Saint today?
No, the gentleman.
the custodian. Have you done Daily Guide?
Yeah.
Custodian newspaper.
All right, the Republic Press is the next newspaper that I have. CJ's tenure under hangs in balance, as Mahama consults Council of State over petitions. Also, former GIF CEO denies hiding in Senegal, and some judge terminates over 100 Ghana Post appointments. Baumia donates to Edum fire victims. I'm done.
All right. The publisher newspaper. Private jet owner Richard Quay's accounts blocked as FIC target 50 more
It
companies.
turned out to be true. Yesterday, we were wondering if.
Yeah. My point is that, well, what I want to say, I'll not say. It's fine. Other stories here. Solomon Asamoah
What is your
replies.
point?
What'd you say?
What's your point?
It's okay. I wouldn't.
But she doesn't
But
It's not worth
it's
it.
interesting that we sometimes see the GRA and other institutions take these actions after there is a public. You know what happened
After.
with this guy? What's his name? Apostle General.
Yeah.
Yes.
Daughter.
Some
Yeah.
financial
After
crowd
the
of
friend
1
said
million.
they had donated
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's when we saw GRA
Yeah, they want
moving
tax
into.
on.
It's all. So my point is that the thing is, someone was saying FIC has access to all our accounts and sees the activity that goes on.
Including
So
mine.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Really sad for mine.
So
But just that
even
yours, they don't have to monitor because there's no
Sometimes they
movement.
feel bad and they want to
There's-
be add-on.
wow,
There's no movement.
wow.
They look at it and they say,
Yeah.
You guys, you are sitting here. There are millions of dollars in the guy's account. You are there saying
Which guy?
Which
this
guy?
guy.
We beg you.
It's not every assembly
You see,
member.
accounts are personal, right? Accounts are personal. But for this day, all of us here, with the exception of probably you,
Ah,
right?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree
probably
with
you.
that.
We know that there are no movements in our accounts.
well,
See, they don't have joint accounts for their members.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good
I will
one.
not mind you. So, but dear God, I thank you for this prayer my
Amen.
colleagues have given me that I'm a millionaire. In fact, billionaire. Thank
I
you.
beg, we didn't push to that level. I beg.
Dear God,
Open us a
thank
market.
you. My colleagues say I'm a billionaire. I take it in Jesus' name. I want 10,000 here.
Yeah, but I agree
I'm a
with you,
billionaire.
especially given the fact that this gentleman has a financial institution, a financial company, right, that gives out loans to people and also people save there. If you put out a statement, I know it was not meant for public consumption, but it's been leaked.
Yes.
So the bottom line is that you should know that once you write to the banks and demand this of them or inform them, this will leak.
Yeah, and you
When
see,
it becomes of that
and you see,
company.
it's like what Kojo Mensah was saying.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be after?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be after? And look, you have access to the back end. You see
Yeah.
the illicit activity whatsoever, if it is, or if you think that, oh,
There are
there's
questions to be
there are
asked.
questions to be answered. That is when you see this gentleman started talking about his party for God knows how long.
Oh, yeah.
You would have been seeing the money's moving here and there. If you had any suspicions, you would have done that. Why does it have to be after? It's sometimes it's just I don't know. I don't know how our institutions function. That they're only moving after people have come out and stuff like that. because they have all the means to detect many of them. Unless you have swallowed pellets of drugs and you are going, and then the machine doesn't detect, and they find out it. That's a different thing. But in terms of money movements and stuff, they can see. Unless they are telling us that they are the FIC, you know, they are sleeping on the job, or the banks are not notifying them of some of the suspicious, what they believe or what they think is suspicious transactions.
Anyway. But we told that sometimes too, you will draw their attention to you. But the point we are making is
the systems allows them to see without attention. Yes, you know it's and you see the moment this guy started his celebration and stuff, people said that you will see after the party, you will see what will happen, and clearly the template is there, and it's a very you know crab-like mentality that I mean. They should go ahead.
That job should be done with some level of sophistication.
Yes.
This predictability.
There is intelligence there.
Yes.
But we are not seeing that.
That's the whole point. I mean, me that I don't even work there, I could predict this. I mean,
everybody predicted it, and so I mean, sometimes we expect a little more from some of these key institutions that we have. I was reading. I
remember when they served notice that they were going to even audit lifestyle of
for that I'm in support of. Elsewhere.
Oh. But we're all in support of, but have they done that?
No, they haven't. That one came from GRA. That they will be, even the special prosecutor had mentioned that it will be conducting lifestyle audits.
Yes.
I think we need that.
Yes.
The way and manner we celebrate wealth without asking questions in this country
is becoming problematic.
It's scary.
Yes.
And it makes nonsense of hard work.
Yes.
See, whenever I get opportunity to talk about corruption, I mention this. And that's because that's the reality. See, like you mentioned, we all have kids, right?
Yes.
Tomorrow, our kids are expected to compete with the kids of the politicians, the office holders today, right?
Say, I'm Bobra.
Their kids will be insulting us to our kids that your father was useless. And that's how come what my father left for me, your father couldn't leave for you.
Yeah.
But not that we are useless. Do we look like we are useless?
Of course
no.
not.
But
hard-working men of valor.
We didn't find the tail for us to put our hand in there. See, when everybody sees a man's hand in a tail, his guilt must be proven, right? We didn't find a tail, so we put our hand in there, right?
Oh dear. Well, let me end with the final headline there.
It's exciting. The
Police
same scenario you gave.
Yeah.
On my way to work today, there was a preacher on the radio, and he was preaching, and then all of a sudden the guy got angry.
The preacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
The preacher got angry.
What triggered?
That my friend is saying. It's never say. Now imagine, say when in a cool school, where you're sure when you can say one more bra.
Oh yes. No, I mean it too.
And then he mentioned other names. It's like if you're married to a woman who was classmate to give to a wife, you would now feel that how come you married your wife instead of her? But you because it is assumed that once they are on a certain platform, they would have equal.
I know why you're laughing.
But there's nothing there.
No, the same thing. No, it's like going for old school reunion. That's your pressure. No.
Oh look, I have a friend who went to Jones. And he has never attended any of those things.
Again.
Until he buys a car.
That's
He's not joking, he's serious.
So they come and you see, down there you can put your key car key in your pocket, right? You can.
Why do people go to Abotoka to buy a car key?
I don't know. They will wave in it like that.
Like you can buy a Benz.
When we close and we are going, how will you go?
Now they will say I'm coming. Right? I need to buy my car. That's no excuse. Oh, my car is with the mechanic. Let me pick up.
So why do you bring the
khaki?
The key. Yeah, I have to. I'm carrying that spare.
But you see, look, these days there's a lot of convenience. If you have to do a lot of rounds and you don't want to be Ubering, you can just rent a car for the day.
They don't need to
and do all that.
Go anywhere.
That's the pressure. That's the same.
I'm saying it's not pressure. It's about convenience.
Convenience.
It's about mindset.
Say, see, your old school reunion is taking place at
no.
and you want to rent.
So you're thinking about there shouldn't be a problem asking a colleague if they are driving to the place and you hop on.
You don't want them to know that they don't have cars.
Really?
You want them to go and advertise that.
I'm telling you that this fits into a conversation.
Truthful
how hardworking has been
situation.
bastardized now. Yeah. And people are buying unnecessary pressure for many people innocently. Right? And you can say, we've sat here and advised people that even know what's happening on social media, right? Many of them are settings. Yeah, right? Of course. But still,
people are falling for those settings. Yes. And that's the whole point. It's our mindset. Yeah. You should know yourself and things that makes you happy. If you want to please people,
Like this, there are some ladies on TikTok who are telling you how much they earn and how much comes into
Charlie,
their
that's what the
accounts.
TikTok J is.
Yeah.
Not easy.
And
People are buying cars like
then
this.
young girls are watching this and it's giving them so much pressure.
No, but you see, these days too, look, the thing with the influencers is that they have their YouTube channels and they have their influencing deals as well.
Yeah.
And if you're getting your money consistently,
it should be okay.
coming in dollars and through your YouTube, you should be good. If it's a good, like you get good views. Many of the guys, can't you see, even that has even led them to become arrogant in some regard because of.
Especially people from Vietnam watching. Being the main people who watch you.
Yeah, especially if you are selling organic skincare products. Sometimes you just go and then blend some vegetables and put them together, and then they sit
some lady even received her own very own Benghazi. How do you think people spend 20,000, 15,000 for hair transplant? You're going to buy something 15. And you're expecting that it will cure your.
He missed the broken.
May the Lord.
See, don't buy anything, hair replacement, hair whatever. Just don't.
I was advising my brother. I was advising him.
May the Lord forgive you
what's
too.
selling these days?
What is it?
On TikTok and all that?
What's that?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, they're tonics.
Tonics?
Tonic. Yeah, they're now selling mixtures, tonics that make you fat downstairs for the ladies.
For ladies?
Yes.
Boy.
Oh, almost everybody is influencing for things like that.
That's risky.
The experts say there is no particular medicine that directs fat to one side of your body. So anybody that tells you that, apart from those injections people go for, oh dear, they are doing too much.
Yes. And finally on this, and I
you have to bring us your chronicle and then we can go.
I saw this
yesterday,
and then it's been sent. See, most times, right? You know, pastors especially, they like talking about generational wealth, right?
Yes.
Right, and then it takes one family member.
They say sometimes all it takes a very.
It starts with one big thief.
Yes.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
And this same thing you said it yesterday, by the way.
No, but you didn't know the interesting aspect of this.
I thought it was going to polish it too.
No. It's not one big thief. See, the interesting aspect of this is that even before God, it's a thief that will be held responsible. When he leaves the world for you people, no, you don't have to answer for it because you are not part
even if you know that was.
You know that's different. But usually they won't tell you. If they tell you, they won't
how about if you suspect? You don't know, but you suspect.
Oh, then of course. For instance,
that's a difference.
So I'm home and then my son, who is barely 10 years old, walks home with a bag of dollars, and you think that automatically I shouldn't whip him and then send him away. And then go look for the one where he's.
Well, that is logically in the setting of men, it makes sense.
Oh, I just go home.
You were mentioning God.
No, we mentioning God as in what?
Do the chronicles so that we can wrap
what
up.
I'm saying is that generational wealth.
All it takes sometimes for one big thief to start it.
Same with generational curse. All it takes is one thief to misbehave and the whole family will suffer.
That one is there. But if you have good buffers in the Lord, you should be okay.
Amen.
The Chronicle this morning. Osahin drops a bombshell. Mahama sacking professionals and replacing them with party loyalists. Mahama is talk and do president. Ayariga. Baumia shows love to Kumasi fire victims. Donates 200K and 1,000 bags of cement. And quotation for this morning, Proverbs 14:12. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. So says the Lord.
Amen. Yes. Amen. Thank you, Brigadier.
Thank you.
Where's Brigade Alasan?
Timo. No, that's Timo Vena. He was my player.
It's Timo Vena, your classmate thing.
Having that part, telling us about the defense that people who commit offenses may have. You call to the bar in heaven.
Hey.
Yes.
Right,
So I'm told that the old school reunion, some actually go and borrow money. They rent expensive cars and they get a driver to go and drive them there.
That's what the settings is.
Let me tell you.
The settings.
Let me tell you. You know how like boarding schools, homecoming is a big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah.
Day schools, it's not really a big deal. So this is what happens. So some years we were doing some homecoming at Chemu Tema. You know the schooling, people have busy things, so people didn't attend. And some of the guys managed to get some bands and
Yeah.
some vehicles.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people didn't show up.
That's it. Waboka.
Now they were calling, oh, Charlie, where you
Make
doing?
you come.
They just want you to come around
And then see.
You don't have time.
It's the society we are building. So, lifestyle audit is the way to go. We should start it.
But people should understand, like IB said, social media and settings.
Yeah.
You need to understand.
It's not, but it's not settings for everybody. There are people that what you are seeing on social
They
media
can-
is
oh, yeah,
indeed
that
is indeed the luxury they're living.
I've said
Watch and like it. Like,
Yes.
let
And then
it be
move on.
nice. But don't let it be your.
Your
like you
standard.
want every
But-
good thing
but
that
now-
people have.
until recently,
Yes,
the rich people in Ghana were not showing off.
Yeah.
Until recently.
yes.
Right. So, yes, some people, what you see is what you get. But many, many, many more of them.
They show
What you don't see,
Especially
It's
those
who they
that
are.
you don't
Exactly.
know little is said about their source of wealth. All you see is them displaying that level of
all in the name
opulence.
of influencer. See, your influencing status is based on the strength of the economy.
Yo,
Ghana economy is not that
So
he
people
has.
say they make like
Hey.
15,000 a day.
yo, senior man. Yo,
And people
Start.
organize classes and charge people 6K, and they send the 6K.
That's influence. They send
A gentleman posted that he paid 1,500 to a day to me kind of man who was expected to.
Where is they to me?
StarFM.com.gh. Black stars must work on improving their FIFA ranking. That's according to Patrick Boama. Also here, Edu Boahene is innocent until proven otherwise. Atachia. Iyoko's bail condition for Edu Boahene is abuse of power. Atachia again.
He says he's ready to meet Ayene in court. Mano a mano.
Amano. Atachia accuses Ayene.
That's the Spanish word for pound for pound.
Yes.
Yes. According to you guys.
Thank you, amigos.
Amano is more like,
Man to man.
Yeah.
it's a tree
Bruce to
version.
Bruce.
Amano.
Man to man.
Atachia accuses Ayene of press
No, for the
prosecution.
Latin is manu
Manu
a mano.
a mano.
That's Latin.
Not Amano.
Amano a
But
mano
that's
is
what
like.
Baumia said.
No, he
He
said
said Amano.
Amano.
Ah, okay. I heard Amano.
Man.
Yeah.
That's
Man to man. It's so
So
unjust. Children.
Ooh.
Oh.
Don't listen to it.
Other,
Could be your best friend.
But she's,
And
she's
your
doing
And your
fast,
best
fast,
friend.
fast.
Your worst enemy.
It's true.
Hypocrites and parasites.
wow.
Yeah. You have a problem with something.
Eh?
The way you take your time is like, now you are not following any rhythm. You want to say something.
Keep personal scores.
Other stories. Atachia accuses Ayene of press prosecution in a Dubois case.
And
And
then we are the judges. I mean, when we prosecute in the media,
Yeah.
the morning show hosts are the judges.
Mahatma forwards petitions for Chief Justice's removal to Council of State. And your injunction against removal of IGP and others moot Supreme Court to Imani and Ening. That's it for starfm.com.gh.
Wall City Newsroom, ANC Mall ensures safety after parking lot solar panel collapse. Some judge overstepping bounds with job terminations. That's according to the Priso MP. Ken Thompson says
Now
Mohammed's
that's
budget.
OPK, right?
Yeah, OPK.
Yesterday we spoke to Obo. And he
Yes.
says it's
Yeah.
unfair.
Okay.
He said they didn't even employ people
Yeah.
after December 7.
Oh, okay.
And at the 100 they are talking about
They're
could,
just giving
it-
the
yeah.
bad name. The dog the bad name.
Oh,
Just to, you can hang it.
No problem. And I think then the 100 people, they have a case to prosecute at the court. They can
Yeah,
go-
they can
Simplicity.
just
yeah.
file something.
Yeah, because OPK was saying that when it came up at the budget hearing at the committee, yes, that's what Sam just said, that if indeed they were legitimately employed, then, and I think I will encourage them to go to court. Right. Usually there's sometimes.
It's
there's
the cost.
something-
The cost of seeking justice.
No.
something
If
itself.
you were legitimately employed, because per the labor laws, your conditions are not even to be varied to your disadvantage. How much more you've been dismissed without notice, without a severance package? If it's redundancy, it's a whole different animal altogether.
Yes.
Right? So, like I said, class action, go to court. You might never know. Boom, amount.
Well,
You.
Yeah.
Ken
City
Thompson
Newsroom.
says Mohammed's budget is the most understandable in 9 years.
Hey, 9 years.
Yeah, in 9 years.
Jesus.
This is the,
This
this is the budget that he understands. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
Ken.
Ken.
It's
Yes.
okay. It's okay.
We are in 2025.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Macken,
So it's a
this
quotation.
is an English Bible.
Yeah, King James Version.
So, City Newsroom also has a Kufuor prioritized himself over Ghanaians. That's according to Ken Thompson. Hey, Ken Thompson.
Why does he have a
Problem with
personal?
He says, Oforiatta ignored my calls to stop borrowing. That's also on City News.
Which one? He
So
called
like
directly.
you see that they are borrowing and then you call it, it is too much.
Yeah,
And John Jinapo says we'll recover ECG's missing containers or funds.
Okay, I think you should stick to the funds.
The funds,
Some of them are kiosks, some are down barbering shops, some of them are saloons, some are restaurants.
You stick to the funds.
Charlie. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
You need to say bye-bye to them.
Yes. Thank you very much. Stubborn men of valor.
Yabani Yaba.
Masa, bye-bye. We'll go for a break. When we return, we'll bring you first check.
Thank you.
Your eye